Hi, welcome to Data Meeting 5 presentation for Group 1, Kelly, Laura, and Tasha. This week was all about reflection for us. Since we took the project and related it back to my classroom, our group got creative in how we would take our SMART goals and apply them to the provided data. We really wanted the assignment to have context, and we thought specifically about my 4th grade ESOL students. We took a look back at the original data that we were given and decided that our 3 SMART goals would become the various objectives, and we would correlate that data to each goal. So Goal 1's data you can see, Goal 2's data you can see, and Goal 3's data you can see. We averaged these scores out to help us even further. We then identified our focus ESOL students based off of the calculated averages. Students 2, 3, 7, 10, 21, 23, and 24 were picked. These students received the intervention plan that we created. We looked at the table and picked students who scored low on the 3 objectives. We decided that they would become our ESOL students, since at the start we worked with my real population. They got the instruction that we made in our Team 4 data action plan. We then took a look back at the results data. We noticed that the students were given an end-of-unit test and an end-of-unit project. Our team decided that the test would be a practice map assessment to fit in with SMART Goals 1 and 3, and the project would be vocabulary-based to focus on Goal 2. Our goals, you can see, are below, and they are as followed. Our criteria. Based on our end-of-unit test, which we decided was a practice map assessment with many Level O passages, our end-of-unit vocabulary project, we were able to analyze our data to see if our students were meeting our SMART goals and if our strategies had helped the ESOL students succeed. We decided that success meant a score of 80 or above on the end-of-unit test met meeting standards for Goals 1 and 3, and a score of 85% or above on the end-of-unit vocabulary project met meeting standards for Goal 2. Our results are as followed. Here you can see Kelly's analysis of goal number 1. We concluded that at the end of the year, students still had many learning gaps, but that they were performing significantly better in reading and correctly answering 3 comprehension questions for Level O texts. Here you can see Tasha's analysis. At the end of the unit project showed improvement for most students, which indicates that the learning gap does not still persist. Students that received scores of 80 and above indicated that their vocabulary skills were improving. And finally, SMART Goal number 3. We can see that gaps are still present, but gains were being made. 2 students met standards, and 4 are on their way to really meeting those standards and achieving goal number 3. We concluded that our goals were met. For our few students who still need more support, we decided that we would go back in and make changes to our plan based off of the new data. We would see what we could be done for those few, and we would reteach and really be able to take what we just did and apply it to a real-life situation where students don't always succeed. It was a very cool learning experience for me to be able to really apply it to kids that I know. Reflections and suggestions. This week, we took some time to really put this together. We had to brainstorm a couple of action plans to make sure what we were doing made sense. Our team really took this assignment to heart. We wanted it to be meaningful and have context. I think we did a really good job. It was eye-opening for me to see what this process looks like. I think the ideas that we had and the plan that we created could actually work for my class, and to me, that's the most rewarding part. Thanks for following us in this data journey. We hope you enjoyed.